Odessa and Ector County ISD police are reminding you to follow road safety signs. This all comes after an Odessa High student was hit by a truck this past Friday. OPD confirmed that the student only suffered minor, non-life-threatening injuries, but they want to remind drivers to ease off that gas pedal in a school zone as kids are either trying to get home or trying to go to class. Now, fines and citations are more harsh if you are pulled over in a school zone. Now, following that incident, Odessa police and Ector County ISD police, they are both warning you not or to keep slowing down on the roads and not to speed. Jason Freund spoke with both of them today. Jason, what are officials telling you?
All right, well, Alex, first I just want to give a little update regarding the student that was hit by the truck. His injuries were only minor, but the student was still taken to the hospital out of precaution, which will serve as a good reminder for everyone, drivers and pedestrians alike, to just be a little careful when you're driving to the school zones.
The old saying goes, look both ways before you cross the roads, but sometimes people will just dash out and hope for the best, which is why ECISD police are trying to instill this lesson to the kids while they are young.
Start at the elementary level where we have crossing guards and we're able to mentor them on how to cross the street. Most of the time, by the time they make it to high school, we're hoping that they have a pretty firm grasp of look both ways before you cross the street and to use the crosswalk when available. But unfortunately, there's always going to be kids that do silly things in moments of impulsivity and they just run out across the street, and unfortunately, sometimes accidents do happen.
Not everyone is going to listen or remember the rules, which is where officers tend to step in.
It's not uncommon for us to increase our patrol, especially during the beginning of the school year. It's like in August and then also in January, especially when the school year is up and about. But the main thing is that, we can't be everywhere at once.
But sometimes you got to do a little more, which is why school zones, which are designated by the city, warn drivers to slow down.
I believe it's like 15 miles below the normal speed limit. So normally, if for example, say it's 35, then in this school zone you would need to slow down to about 20. So basically, if it's flashing or if there's a crossing guard or a police officer, you have to slow down and you have to basically yield to them.
Steve LaSwear says that schools tend to get busier when kids need to get picked up or dropped off. But some kids won't wait by the school and will walk off somewhere else if they need to get picked up. So if you see a student crossing the crosswalk, even if they shouldn't be, let them pass.
So the bottom line is that if they start crossing the intersection, wait for them to cross. Even if they get halfway and the light turns green, you still have to wait for the pedestrian.
And while you may be the safest driver around, some teens believe that they're invincible. And in a contest between a speeding car and a teenage student, it's usually the car that's going to come out on top.
We have a lot of kids that even in parking lots, they think because they have the right of way that they're okay, but physics dictates that cars win when they're moving, and after the fact, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong if someone's still seriously hurt. So look both ways before you cross the street, use the crosswalk when available.
And just to let you know, citations and fines are a little bit harsher if you get pulled over by the police when you're going through a school zone. That also goes for juveniles as well. So all in all, just be careful when you're driving near the school. In Odessa, I'm Jason Freund, News West 9.